Hello everyone, today's lesson is lesson 78, telling and showing time to 5-minute intervals. Okay, so we're going to pretend this circle is a clock. Okay, to make it look like a clock, I'm going to have to number the clock face and draw the hands. So to start off, I'm going to find the center of the clock. So the center of the clock is right about here. Okay, now I'm going to begin by putting a mark at the top and bottom of my circle. Okay, these marks are going to be 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, or 6, 12 and 6. Okay, then I'm going to put a mark in the middle of the right side and in the middle of the left side. And these are going to be the numbers 3 and 9. So next to these marks, I'm going to have to continue making more marks. So what numbers do I write between the 12 and the 3? Well, I need to write a 1 and a 2. And I want to try to space them out as even as I can. All right. Between the 3 and the 6, I need a 4 and a 5. Between the 6 and 9, I need a 7 and 8. And between the 9 and 12, I need a 10 and an 11. So these marks tell us the hour. And the hand I use to tell the other hour is the shorthand. Okay, the shorthand tells me what hour it is. Okay. The long hand on the clock is called the minute hand, and it tells us the minutes past the hour. Now, on a clock, each of the small lines, the small marks, tells me that 1 minute has passed. Okay. When we get to the 1, we're at the 5th line. So if we look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when the minute hand points to the 1, it's been 5 minutes. When we get to the 2, it's been 10 minutes because there's 10 marks. When we get to the 3, it's been 15 minutes. Okay. So if we count all the way around, at the 4, it's at 20 minutes. The 5 would be 25. The 6 is 30 minutes. The 7 is 35 minutes. The 8 is 40 minutes. The 9 is 45 minutes. The 10 is 50 minutes. The 11 is 55 minutes. And the 12 represents 60 minutes when I go all the way around. Okay, so 1 hour is the same as 60 minutes. And I use MIN as an abbreviation. Okay. So if I wanted to show 9:05 on this clock, I would move my minute hand and have it point to where the 5 minutes is. In this case, it's going to be the 1. So this shows the time 9:05, or 5 minutes past 1. Or 5 minutes past 9, excuse me. Okay, what if I want it to be 9:10? So I take my minute hand and have it point to the 2, because that's 10 minutes. Okay, so this time would be 9:10. Okay, so here I have this time. I can use counting by fives to help me tell the time. So I know that the hour is 2 o'clock because my hour hand is pointing to the 2. Okay, so it's 2, and now I need to figure out the minutes. So I'm going to count by fives to help. So starting at 12, we go over 5. So the 1 is 5 minutes. So the time is 2:05. Or we can say 5 minutes past 2. Okay, what about if I wanted 2:10? Well, if I show 2:10, my clock will look like this. And that would be, and we'd count by fives again. So that's 5, 10. So this would be 2:10. All right, what if I wanted to show 2:25? So 2:25 would look like this. And counting, we'd go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It would be 2:25. All right. All right, so if we look at this time, we can see that my hour hand is close to the 7. So I know it's going to be 7, and then what's the minutes? So we count by 5s, 5, 10, 15. So this time is 7:15. All right, let's practice reading the time on these clocks. So on the first one, I can see that my hour hand is pointing at the 3. So I know it's going to be 3. And then my minute hand is pointing at the 2. So again, we're going to count by 5s, 5, 10. So this time is 3:10. Okay. If we look at the next clock, my hour hand is pointing in between the 5 and the 6. So I know that it's 5 o'clock. And now we need to figure out what the minutes are. So counting by 5s, we go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So the time is 5:35. Okay, on this last clock, my hour hand is just pointing after the 10. So I know that it's 10. And then the minutes we're going to count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So the time is 10:25. Okay. On the bottom clocks, it says to show the time 2:45. So my hour hand is going to be between the 2 and the 3, and my minute hand will be on the 5s. So let's count by 5, starting at 12. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So this would be 2:45. Let's do 8:25. So my hour hand's going to be close to the 8, and we're going to count the minute hands. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And this is 8:25. The last time is 1:50. So my hour hand is going to be between the 1 and the 2, and my minute hand I'm going to count around. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And that's how we'd show 1:50 on my clock. Hey, and that's it for this lesson. Good luck on your homework.